Now we saw a few minutes ago that string overloads the equality operator to make sure that it does the same thing as the equals method. And I said that making sure you provide both the method and the operator, if you're going to provide either of them, is generally a good thing to do. I have some code here that illustrates rather dramatically why. This code instantiates two tuples. Tuple is a generic class provided by Microsoft, which simply provides a way of grouping a couple of values together into one object. The create method just provides a nice way to new up a tuple, saving you from having to explicitly write generic types in your code. So the first two lines each create a tuple containing the integers 1 and 3. Next, I compare the two tuples to see if they are equal. Tuple is a reference type, so I have the usual reference equals sanity check that we are dealing with two separate instances. Then I compare if they are equal using the equals method and then using the equality operator. Let's run that. Well, that's a surprise. Reference equals returns false, so we are dealing with two separate instances. But the equals method has returned the opposite result from the equality operator. The method says they are equal, the operator says they are not. What's actually happening is that tuple overrides objects.equals to provide value equality semantics. Microsoft figured that when you are dealing with a type whose purpose is just to encapsulate a couple of fields, that is probably what you'd want equality to mean. And the two tuples have the same value, so the equals method says they are equal. But Microsoft didn't provide an overload for the equality operator, and that means the equality operator has just done what it will always do for a reference type that doesn't provide an overload. It checks reference equality, and it returns false here because the two tuples are different instances. I'm sure you'll agree that is very confusing behaviour. Almost no one is going to expect that, and I certainly don't recommend you do that with any types you define. If you override equality, then it's much better to provide an operator overload to make sure the method and the operator always give the same result. And of course, if you implement the IEquatable of t interface, then you should do the same for that as well.